land at Disneyland and Florida's Disney World. The Disney Parks blog released flyover video shown Thursday to shareholders. Although the video shows the status of construction at Disneyland in California, the Star Wars land coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios here in Florida is expected to be similar. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is considered to be Disney's largest attractions expansion. Set on the remote planet of Batuu, the new land is supposed to provide guests with an immersive, customizable experience. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is expected to open at both parks in 2019. Disney also announced that filmmaker Jon Favreau has been tapped as showrunner for a live-action Star Wars series which will come to Disney's upcoming media streaming platform. And those are the headlines from The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. And with summer here, it's the perfect time to brighten up your look. So make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
All right, 12 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It's probably raining wherever you are. We've got rain in the forecast, and it's raining outside the window here, and it looks like there's a big swath of rain moving across the state of Florida right now. And it looks like it'll be done with us by noon. But guess what it's bringing behind it? It's bringing some cold temperatures, which is probably not so unheard of. You know, all the snow in the Northeast, though, that's not completely unheard of. I can remember on the first day of spring, when I was a kid, I took accordion lessons, and I had to walk to the corner where the accordion music school was. And I can remember walking down there one first day of spring, and it was snowing, and I thought it was so cool that it was snowing, but it didn't stick. But this snowstorm up north today looks like it's going to stick, at least for a little while.
Wow, nice.
And here, which is probably more important to most of the people listening to us, it's going to get cold. Let me tell you the details on this real quickly. Right now, first of all, the temperature has dropped about 4 degrees since an hour ago. It's now 62. It was 66 just like 1 hour ago. So that cold weather that this rain is ushering in has already started to come in. Temperatures tonight, I'm going to say 40. It says 39 here, but that's just to make you feel cold. It'll be 40 tonight. That's my prediction. And then tomorrow, it won't get any warmer than today. And then tomorrow night, about a couple of degrees cooler. Tuesday night will actually be colder than tonight. And then Wednesday, look at this. Highs on Wednesday, 65.
Oh, my.
Lows Wednesday night, 33 degrees. That is knocking on the door of the freezing world, right?
Yeah.
Things pick up a little bit on Thursday, and then by Friday, back in the mid-70s with lows at night in the mid-40s. And then, but for the weekend, 80 and 81 for Saturday and Sunday, respectively, and 53 and 57 for the lows overnight, respectively. So it looks like some rain right now, some cooler temperatures, and I don't know, do whatever you need to do to stay warm. I'm still going to use my blankets.
Oh, me too. I love my blankets.
Blankets are my security thing. I love blankets. So, and I have a coat, actually. I could wear my coat. Maybe I'll wear my coat tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you meant you're going to wear your coat with your blankets.
No. Oh, I've done that too.
Okay.
There have been nights when it was so cold. Now, I don't think it'll apply now. But a couple of years ago, remember the freezing temperatures just stayed with us for a long time?
Oh, yeah. They were so cold.
I did wear my coat to bed. I wore everything. Pants, shirt, coat, shoes, everything. Put the dog in the bed, everything.
Oh, wow.
I don't really have a heater, so. So, and even.
Well, this is good weather for you then.
Is it?
Because it's not really cold then. I mean, not jacket cold.
I don't prefer either extreme. Like my prefer is yesterday is the way I like the weather.
Yeah, when you can open the windows.
The way it
my
was
windows.
yesterday. Yeah. I came in, was it yesterday? Yeah, I came here yesterday morning to run the Sunday morning church programs.
Right.
And when I left here yesterday morning, it was just perfect. The sun was just bright and just wasn't hot at all. Just
Nice.
beautiful out there. So, all right. Let's see. We got a few things we want to make sure we mention. There's let's see, a couple things. You just heard about the play over at the Ocala Civic Theater.
Yep.
And this is called The Foreigner. You're going to go see it on Thursday.
Yes, we are.
So in the picture, we don't know who the three. Anthony's in the picture on the poster.
Yeah.
But the lady and the man, do you know who they are?
She's the lady is Betty Meeks. She's the talkative elderly widow Betty Meeks. That's the character name played by Barbara Russell.
Okay. Do you know Barbara?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know her.
Okay.
And then Chris Williams is the officer in the British Army. His character is named Froggy Lesueur.
Oh, that's
So
Froggy.
that's Froggy. Yeah.
Oh, he looks like a Dick Van Dyke kind of a guy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Got that
He
Dick
does.
Van Dyke look.
So Froggy's the one that brings Anthony Palumbo's character, Charlie Baker, to try to cheer him up, and he stays at that bed and breakfast run by widow Betty Meeks, played by Barbara Russell.
I wanted to point out too, and I don't know if I've ever seen this, but it says sign language. Do they always have somebody performing sign language at the Ocala Civic Theater?
I haven't seen it, but I think you can request it. I think when we saw Shrek, they had the sign language interpreter right there at the front of the theater.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, but I haven't noticed them too much at the performances I go to.
That is a nice
But
touch.
it's available, for those that need sign.
And I know you do you know if the new seats have been installed yet, or is that still to
No,
come?
that's coming up after the main stage season is done. Mamma Mia is the last performance, which WOCA The Source is sponsoring. That's in May, and then after that performance is done, then I think they're going to close the theater for 2 weeks to install the seats. But they have to go through the all of this main stage season first before they do that.
Mamma Mia. So that's what we're sponsoring. I like the movie Mamma Mia, and I know everybody always makes fun of what's the guy's name who played
Pierce
James?
Brosnan.
Everybody always makes
James
fun of the
Bond.
way he sang in that movie.
Yeah.
And they are not wrong. He didn't really have the best singing voice, but I enjoyed watching that, and I enjoyed the singing too. Even it's a different thing. If you're listening to actors sing, as opposed to somebody who's supposed to be a trained or like Taylor Swift. She's got a beautiful singing voice, but somebody on a stage doesn't necessarily have to sound like Taylor Swift in order
Exactly.
to, right?
That's right.
But didn't Linda Ronstadt play in The Pirates of Penzance?
Yes, she did. She played in that movie.
So
The
there
Pirates
was
of
an example of
Penzance,
somebody
and
who
on
really
Broadway.
could sing, and I seem to remember having enjoyed that film.
Yeah.
Was she also on stage, or was it just?
I think she was also on stage too, if I remember correct.
That would be cool to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I guess like when Jimmy Osmond was in here, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wasn't he in some play on Broadway also?
Yeah. He was.
And
I
his
can't
brother was
recall.
in something. Donnie was the Coat of Many Colors or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. He
You're
played
culturing
Joseph.
me. You're getting me cultured. You're taking me to the theater.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I enjoy the theater and the ballet.
have you ever gone to see a play with your mom, and then later on went to see it with me, and noticed the difference in the way it was on, like when you saw it first?
Yeah. It's really neat because it's not a cookie cutter regimen. Every performance is a performance unto itself, and I really enjoy that. I'm never bored.
Good morning. Thank you for calling. Are you there?
Good morning, Larry and Robin. It's Fleur.
Hey, Lauren.
Hey, we are just massively blessed with the Ocala Civic Theater. I mean, that group of people, those men and women, and all the volunteers. I mean, really, literally, they put on performances that are better than anything you can see on Broadway in New York. Truly. And when you go and you see empty seats, and sometimes a significant amount of empty seats, it is just painful. It's painful. And for people who have never been there, I mean, my gosh, and I've never gone to an opening night. What's that like, Bob? And you've gone to other opening nights, correct?
Oh yes, yes. No, it's really, really wonderful. I mean, you get to talk. Mary Britt is there. Larry Kiernan is there. He opens the door for you. There's a nice spread by Honey Baked Ham. They have different finger desserts there. They have finger sandwiches. They have punch. They serve beer and wine, and everybody has this camaraderie opening night because you're, with your tiny plate with the food, and then you're talking to total strangers that you don't really know. And I think it's that food ambience it's that food ambiance that helps with the camaraderie of the guests that are there. I really enjoy opening night. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's just, again, the fact that we have the Ocala Civic Theater, and, thank you for all the support you give them. And, I mean, it's almost like I've thought in the past, we need to do things to get out and touch the younger people to get them there, like just bust them over somehow and just get younger people involved. So, and thanks for the segment this morning with Chip Morris and the other actors and actresses, and it's so great. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think the younger people don't realize that this really is a full Broadway production, and that these actors really they are super multi-talented. They don't get paid for it. They volunteer. But I think the up-and-coming younger generation is missing out when they don't go to the Ocala Civic Theater, because there are a lot of different things. It's not like the same musical like The Music Man over and over and over again. It's all new stuff. So I really enjoy that, and they really need to start coming, I think.
Yeah, truly. So, oh my gosh, and they do the nice programs for the the younger kids, to get them involved. But
right, in the summer.
I don't know, I just there are different workshops and then the different performances where it's more the kids basically are the bulk of the cast or all of the cast. But and again, all volunteer. I mean, just amazing. So. Gosh, a huge thank you from all of us who just love you to death over there. So
yeah, thank you. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, yeah.
All right, have an awesome day. Awesome day. Bye bye.
So two things I want to say based on what you ladies were just talking about. First of all, those little plates and eating.
Yes.
I am always awkward with that stuff. I mean, I will always inevitably have something sticking out of my mouth, or it's stuck in my teeth, and I'm trying to pick it out with my with my finger. Or the plate turns over or somehow, and little cubes of cheese fall on the floor. There's always something I get wrong with that little eating thing. That's part of it, right?
Yeah, it is. I go back for seconds, though. I mean, you can go back as many as you want, and they do have the sandwiches there, and it's in the cheese, like you said, and the vegetables. It's just wonderful, and you get to dress up too. Wonderful experience.
Yeah. The other thing I want to say is with the young people. I went to one of them with you, and I can't remember, but there was an actor on stage who was young, and I think an actor or actress. There was somebody up on the stage that was young, and there were some young people in the audience, because they were friends of the kids on stage, right?
Yeah.
And some of them had flowers as, like, how the congratulatory thing, thank you,
Oh, yeah.
After the show was over, they gave them the flowers.
Is that the Irving Berlin one?
Yeah. I think it was, I think it was.
Yeah, it was so great.
And so I think the trick, if you want to call it a trick, it's not a trick at all. I think having like the two young people that were in here with Anthony and Chip,
yes,
I think they will attract their young friends and family members, right? And if it's the first time they've ever been to a show, they might say, "Oh my gosh, I want to do this again. I want to see another show." And maybe the young actors and actresses can then go with them to another show and start getting it rolling. I am not as seasoned as you are with the place, especially the Ocala Civic Theater. And you and your mom have been going forever. So in the past year or so, you've told me, "Hey, we should go because I know you're home and you're alone and you're a sad man. So come and see this fun thing." And so I've been saying no pretty much for 14 years, and so now in the 15th year, I finally say yes. And so I go to these things. And you're right. I mean, why was I staying away? I don't know. It's a wonderful thing. So, and 15 years ago, I was actually younger
Yes.
I wasn't young, but I was younger.
Yeah. But Ocala has different venues for different tastes. Different live theaters are around town. But everybody should enjoy everything and come with an open mind, because you never know what you're going to like until you try something.
Nicely said. Good morning. Thank you for calling and waiting. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning.
Hey, Hugh.
Say, Larry, with the Civic Theater was kind of like giving blood. It took a while before he got into the program.
That's exactly right. It's exactly the same thing. I was afraid.
All right. See, Robin, was the Civic Theater and the Appleton open at the same time? Because architecturally speaking, they look very identical.
From what I remember, when the land was set aside, it was for the three things: the Pioneer Garden Women's Club, the Appleton in the middle, and then the Civic Theater on the opposite side of that. But I don't know if they actually opened up on the same date or not. And the Ocala Civic Theater is a private entity, and the Appleton is part of the FSU college system.
How many years has the Civic been operating now?
I've been going since 1973, and so I think it's, I think it was in the early 60s, I believe. Yeah, and it was under a different name, something, the Marion Players. Yeah, it was the Ocala Civic Theater, the Marion Players. And that was when they were in the tiny building that was bulldozed down to make room for Sonny's for the parking lot. So and they've always been phenomenal. No matter what size space they've had, the Civic Theater has always been top drawer, and the ticket prices are amazing. Everybody can afford to go to that as opposed to the others.
For a city the size of Ocala, around 50,000, it's such a wonderful, amazing thing we've got that it was. When I first moved down here, I didn't believe it when I said, my God, there's an art, a beautiful art museum and then a civic theater. I couldn't believe it, and it's just a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, and I'm a newcomer. I'm a newbie to this whole thing. But you're right. Every single play I've gone to with Robin has been outstanding. All right. Hey,
yes.
Thank you, Hugh. Let me squeeze in one more call. Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Yes, one of my big thrills was getting Mike back here last year to perform at the Riley.
Yes.
And that was kind of a lifetime ambition for me.
That was awesome too. Yeah.
It was great to meet you and Mike at the same time, to have you guys there. It was wonderful.
Yeah, they need.
He's touring in the Northeast this spring, I don't know when he's going to be in the South again.
That was fun, and that's another great theater in our community and doing great things.
Yeah.
So absolutely, we want to support that one as well.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Have a good morning, everybody.
Thank you. Good stuff.
And they're totally different theaters. They're totally different venues on what they house, and everybody needs to support them all because they're absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, and support the mall too, because the mall needs your support.
Exactly.
Come to the mall, wave through the window, and then go inside and buy a hot dog or something. All right, we'll be right back. We've got a guest coming up. This is going to be fascinating. The lady we're going to talk to is not going to use her real name.
No.
She's keeping it a secret. She's got a book called Billions Lost: The Tech Crisis, How a Lot of Technology Started Here in America and Then Was Outsourced, and what we can do about that. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. A commission's being set up by the White House to look into school shootings and how to stop them.
Education Secretary Betsy DeVos will head up the commission, tasked with looking at a number of proposals, including allowing some teachers to carry guns and improving the background check system.
There's not going to be a one-size-fits-all solution to this issue, and